What's going on, guys? This is Deliverance here, and I just wanted to bring you guys my commentary of my recent Club Series victories over both Chaos and Lawrence. For the first game, we're going to be going over my game against Chaos. So I'm just going to be taking you guys kind of through what my mindset was going through this game and everything like that. So, I mean, for starters, obviously, I think this was probably the most anticipated match in the Club Series. Even for me personally, I personally felt that the winner of me and Chaos was probably going to win the Steelers Club Series. So going into this game, you know, the rest of the community, a lot of people had Chaos being the favorite. I was the defending champ, so I kind of felt like I should have maybe had a little more people put their faith in me. But nonetheless, this was the game we were kind of all waiting for, guys. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start this game off against Chaos. And basically, guys, it's outstanding offense against outstanding defense. Coming into this game, I knew Chaos had one of the best offenses around. I think I always have one of the best defenses around. So when those two things combine, you should have a pretty good game. So we'll go ahead and start it off here. Chaos is going to get the ball first. And so for here, this is obviously perfect for me. I always love, being able to kick the ball off at halftime, because when that happens, you can always kind of make a mistake and know that you get that extra possession. You're going to have ball at halftime here. So basically, coming out here, I'm just sitting here thinking, all right, listen, I know Chaos is going to move the ball on me. I know he's going to score on me this game. I just need to make him work. Okay, I just need to make him work. Chaos wasn't making the best reads in his, single elimination games and club group games leading up to this. So I said, hey, if 3-3-5 odds fluky pressure can get in a couple times, and with my user ability, I'll make him make some mistakes. So right here, guys, with the first play of the game, I go hard flats on Chaos, and I think personally he was looking to his running back and his out route. Those weren't there. The pressure started coming in. He panics, click onto Deion Sanders, boom. Deion Sanders, we get a nice spin move right there, and Deion Sanders is going to take this one to the crib. So starting off the game 7-0 against a guy like Chaos and a guy like me who makes a living off his defense, I mean, that's the perfect scenario for me. And you see me there getting a little animated and hyped up, and all I said in that scenario was defense wins championships. That's my motto. That's what got me as far as it did last year. So, we're chilling right now. We're chilling right now in this game against Chaos. We do a little kickoff right there, and Chaos is going to go back on offense. So you're going to see here for the most part, Chaos, he's going to move the ball on me. I mean, he has one of the best offenses in Madden for a reason. So right here, he hits me with a quick out route. I did have Rod Woodson pressed. I thought maybe he can get there and jump that out route, but nonetheless, as a good dot by Chaos, he starts off with a nice little 15-20 yard gain just like that. So we coming back here. He's staying in his trips. I'm getting my 3-3-5 odd crossfire. Setting up, and pretty much, guys, something I do a little different. I always like to personally user my safety. I like to user that 3-rec zone. I don't personally like to put him in a hook zone and kind of just let him do his thing. Me personally, I would rather user him and have my flats on the field. So that way, I'm not getting caught as a flat defender. I'm not going to get caught as a flat defender and go chase a drag across the field, and then my flats are exposed. So that's just a little personal mindset that I like to do. So we're going to see here, Chaos is going to keep taking his reads. He's going to dot me up going down the field. He didn't really run the ball against me, and when he did, for the most part, I was able to lock it up. But you see, he does sneak in a run right here. He's going to get a nice little 7-yard gain on me, and he's going to get a first down, but I'm feeling comfortable right here, man. I know this is going to happen. I know Chaos is going to move the ball on me. It's exactly what I would expect to happen. We just need to lock up in the red zone. We need one little loop to come in and force Chaos to make a bad read, and hopefully our user will get a pick or something like that. So that's my mindset the whole time, man. You guys definitely can't get worked up or upset. If a person's driving on you, if a person can't find a way to get 7 points. 3 points is never going to win anyone a Madden game. All right, so right there we get a nice little shed. I thought Fournette had a little bit of running room, but we were able to pull off of our block and get a nice little stop there for Leonard Fournette. All right, so you see here Chaos initially coming out with his little levels double sail here, with B doing that deep sideline route, and that's the route I was really looking for the majority of the game, is those deep sideline routes, those deep crossers. Those are the type of things I have my eye on. So eventually I started to figure out, as every time Chaos goes to move in that X receiver, obviously that's when he had some sort of deep route coming, and that's when he wanted his extra pass protection. So you see right there, we had all his routes pretty much bagged up. He only put 3 routes on the field. We had Barry Sanders manned up on the little hitch from the tight end spot, and I had that B route usered. So crucial 3rd and 8 here. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, all right, man, we got a little bit of momentum there. We finally got, one of our first sacks of the game. I was like, all right, 3rd and 8. Here we go. Like, let's get a nice little pressure here, and let's just make Chaos make the right read. Hopefully our user can come up with it. So he does a good job picking up all my things, and guys, right there, I knew the route was coming. I just couldn't quite get there. So you're going to see me start on my user. I'm sitting right here, and I'm using A. And now I see it. I already saw that route the second the play started. I just couldn't get across the field fast enough. So good read by Chaos. He sneaks in that little laser there on me, and now he's cooking. He's at my 15-yard line. I thought I really gave one away there. I thought I had a good lurk. I just couldn't quite get there in time. Chaos made me pay for it. So right here, this is where it's hard to score in Madden. Like, this is it. This is the way things work in Madden. When you get into the red zone, things get tough. So you're going to see right here, he wants to take a quick pass to Fournette. I think Chaos should have used the table route more. A lot of times, he kept using that swing route out of the backfield. But I don't think the play wasn't designed to go there. I think it was just, a nice little safe read. So we're able to click on with Apke. We strafe, not letting Fournette truck us or spin anything like that. We actually make a tackle for about a half-yard loss. So next play, now Chaos comes out with the table route, and we're able to click on with Troy Apke again, and because I did the user click on, we were able to survive any type of truck animation or anything like that. So 3rd and 6, crucial play of the game. It's the end of the first quarter. We're chilling. We're up. I'm up 7-0 right now, and I know Chaos needs to get into the end zone. I know I got ball at half. I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable right now. So 3rd and 6, Chaos can still get a first down. You're going to see he comes out here. He has A as a drag, but I pass that off. I see that X, that little, XZ post type of thing that these kids like to do out of that trips. It's kind of that little deep in skinny post. So basically, Chaos was looking to his first read at A. I had that covered. He was looking to the end zone. Didn't want to force a high ball, so he makes the smart choice. He's going to take his 3 points. So 7-3. Now, I'm a little nervous here, I'm not going to lie, because, I'm comfortable, but I am nervous. I haven't been on offense yet this game, but nonetheless, I know Chaos, he has some pretty good gap shoots, but I knew he wasn't really prepared, or he didn't really understand that when I motion my receiver, it's going to take away that gap shoot. So I had that planned. I know Chaos is a very smart player. He was going to have gaps to shoot and everything like that. So honestly, like I like to do in my offense, if you can't stop my read option or my inside zone, I'm going to run it down your throat until you show me you can stop it. So that's pretty much what we start cooking up on this first drive. And the good thing about that, it really allowed me to use some clock. So with a guy like Chaos, you can kind of attribute him to like Peyton Manning back in the days, or even like Tom Brady. The more you can keep them off the field, the better the shape they're in, because I know he's going to put up points. So right there, you see Coleman. I thought I might have been able to crib that. Looking back on it, I probably should have just hit him with a spin move to try to maybe bust that one out. But nonetheless, we get a great gain to start. But you see right there, we get a huge block coming from this motioning guy. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to this play here real quick. So right here, this is the guy I motion, and look, he has a guy come completely free. Look how he picks up that block. We get a spin move, and now, a 2-yard loss turns into an 8-yard gain. So, a lot of people think this is boring offense, read option, things like that, but it's the little things I do to get it to work. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and take this down. We're in no rush. We're chilling. We're up 7-3. We don't want chaos on the field, so we're going to let that the first quarter go ahead and run out. So, we're coming out here. We're starting the second quarter. And here, one of my favorite things to do, especially if people are going to be bringing, if they're rushing their flat defender, which technically would be this guy, This safety has to get all the way to my out route. So we're going to take our quick little sideline dot right there. We get the first down, and now we're cooking. The clock is moving. We get our first down. I'm feeling comfortable now. I said, okay, I've run the ball. I've thrown the ball. I'm getting a first down. Both sequence of 3 plays right there. I said, okay, I'm good. Chaos can't really stop my run, so let's keep mixing that up. I like to consider myself a fairly balanced person on offense. So right there, dude, I'll live with that all day, guys. That's all I'm looking to do. I'm looking to get 4 or 5 yards of carry, 4 or 5 yards of pass. Like, I'm one of those guys, I believe more in chewing the clock, making my reads, and controlling the game. I've always considered myself more of a problem right type of mentality where I play good defense, I run the ball, and I control the game. That's really what I'm looking to do. So you see there, we get the nice little motion. We get the read option going in right there, and then so now we're coming up on another first down. We're at Chaos's 30-yard line. The clock's ticking, and this is exactly where I want to be. And so, like I said, until he proves to me he can stop the run, I'm going to sit here and keep running the ball. I mean, that's what we do. It's comfortable. You don't have to worry about throwing a pick. So right there, we get a couple good blocks once again, and it's 4 yards. So we're sitting at second and 6. This is exactly where I want to be. So we're going to come out here. We're going to come out here and we're going to hit a couple more runs, mixing our passes when we need to mix them in. And so right here, I'm going to mix in another read option. I think Chaos actually gets a decent stop on this play if I remember correctly. So yep, right there, I kind of get sucked into that animation with my lineman. And so I'm sitting at a 3rd and 6 now. So I'm definitely thinking I'm going to pass here. 3rd and 6, and right now, guys, I'm not looking to do too much. I'm comfortable going up 10-3. I'm just going to take what he gives us. And right here, Chaos, he can't quite get to the flat. You see he was actually using the opposite flat defender of Troy Apke, and he actually got caught up on his guy who was guarding my slant. So that opens it up with Coleman's speed. That's why we have him in our lineup. A quick little table route turns into, 6-8 yards just like that. So 1st and 10, and now I'm thinking to myself here, hey, maybe I even milk this thing all the way down to the 2-minute warning, So that's what I'm thinking in my head now here. I'm like, all right, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can pick up another first down, and we'll just ice the entire first half. Obviously, I knew I got ball at halftime, so I was in no rush here. Definitely willing to keep working in my read option, just to keep him honest. Even if he starts to bag me up, I want this clock to start ticking away. So right here, I'm just making a bunch of fake audibles, making them think I'm going to pass. I'm going to try to get this clock underneath 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That way we could take it down to the 2-minute warning. So motion in our receiver. We get a nice little run there, get a good animation from Coleman. And now we're going to be sitting in a 3rd and short. So 3rd and 3. Go ahead and let this milk down to the 2-minute warning here. Just bluff in, maybe try to throw a fake snap in there, get a guy offside, something like that. And this is where I make my living, guys. I don't do anything exciting on offense. It really just comes down to making my reads, and I'm a believer in I'm going to make the right throw, and that's that. So that's what we do right there. Honestly, we even had X coming in late, but I saw Chaos drop back towards the end zone. I'm not sure if he was afraid of a high ball or something like that, but as soon as I saw him take that step back, even though he was close to my slant, that's why I threw a low ball possession catch just to make sure he's not going to knock that ball out. And so here we go. So Chaos, he knows what I'm doing. He knows I want to milk the clock, so he takes a smart time out there to try to preserve some time for himself to get another drive. So obviously right here, we're going to start off on first down, read option, and Lawrence Taylor just comes flying in off of his crossfire and just absolutely hit sticks me. Non-user, came through, blew me up. And, that's why Chaos put a guy there like that. Chaos it was a really smart job of putting Lawrence Taylor at something I've considered myself. He's able to disengage. He gets sheds a little bit better. So my read option's not working, guys, so I pulled this one out of my back pocket. We have off tackle and just a beautiful user play by Chaos right there. Usually what happens in that play is the user will get caught up on all the linemen and kind of all that little, cluster they got going on in the middle. But Chaos is able to, take a nice path. He even strafes me at the end. So right here, guys, this is one of my favorite plays. I like to do a little in route towards the goal line and things like that. And you're going to see this. So right here, this is the window I'm seeing. I put the slant on the field to try to get his user's attention. And, even if Chaos wanted to drop off on B like this, then I would have the low ball to Y. So, anyways, right here, here's the window I'm looking at. I did see this a little bit late. This defender right here, honestly, probably could have even intercepted me. But when you throw a low ball, it does tend to dumb out the defenders. I think it's something Madden needs to look at. But nonetheless, it's in the game, so we take advantage of it. So you're going to see here, we just throw a laser. His computer goes for a swat, doesn't get it. It goes right through to Tyreek Hill. He catches that ball across the plane, and we're going up 14-3. So right there, what I'm saying, in case I'm sure everyone wants to know, as you see my beautiful girlfriend there getting all excited about that score. She knows I'm not going to have to deal with all my crap and stuff later. So basically, guys, right there, really all I was saying there was, hey, I'm like, we can get lucky too. We can get lucky too. Sometimes we need luck. That's all I said. So if anyone out there thinks I'm, talking mad crap or anything like that, that's not what I was doing. I had a lot of respect for my other 3 opponents that were in this club series. So, you're never gonna see any disrespect from me at live events or anything like that. I know the people who make live events are obviously great Madden players, so nothing but respect for those guys there. So here we go, guys. We're up 14-3. Chaos does have a minute and a half, so all I'm thinking here is, all right, need to stop, hold them to 3 points, and we'll go up 8 points, and it's our ball coming out of the half. So I'm very comfortable right now. I don't mind giving Chaos 3 points. I'm just playing a fairly conservative defense. I'm going cloud flats, not going hard flats. I know Chaos has a really good offense when I do things like that, and he makes a great read right there to Barry Sanders. Chaos is really good at knowing when to throw his routes, and you'll see right there, I think Barry Sanders was even on that little flag corner type route, but Chaos knows exactly when to throw it. He gets that nice little turnaround animation, and he's cooking. So now I'm thinking to myself, okay, wow, Chaos is really moving the ball on me. Like, now I just need to, he might get 7 here. So we need to lock up. We need to play some defense. Chaos motions in the receiver for some extra blocks. And so here he goes again. So Chaos throws that B route to the sideline, which, I mean, it's a pretty tough route to guard, even if you were to man up a computer. So in a way that forces my user to go cover it, and my flat zones, they get too far to the sideline, and Chaos has a nice dot over the middle to Barry Sanders on that little curl route. So once again, here we are. The clock is ticking. We get a nice little scream off the edge. Chaos takes his dump down, and because he has no timeouts, the clock is ticking. His receivers are starting to get tired, as you see Cross out there catching that route. Chaos is just going to go ahead here and kick his field goal. And I'm not going to waste any timeouts. I don't want, because if I call a timeout, then Chaos might think of taking another shot. So I said, hey, Kent, that's fine, buddy. You go ahead and take your 3 points. I've gotten 7 both times. You've only gotten 3, so, that's fine with me. Go for it, man. So 14-6, we're coming out of the half. And so, obviously, guys, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to change anything up. Chaos can't really stop my running game right now. We're doing a nice job of taking our, drags and quick slants and things like that when they're there. And we've been moving the ball. So, listen, right here into my head, I'm thinking to myself, hey, maybe I can waste the entire third quarter and just kick a field goal. That's cool with me, because then, he's only going to have 1 quarter to basically get 2 possessions, and that's the way I'm thinking here. So we're not going to do anything different. We're going to motion in our receivers. And right here you see Chaos gets a shed. I actually spun the wrong direction there. I was hoping to spin back to the inside, get a nice little animation on his user right there, and hopefully hit the hole. But nonetheless, we get a little bit of a lucky animation on the tackle. We're sitting in a 2nd and 5. That's right where we want to be. So here we go, 2nd and 5. And we're just going to mix things up a little bit. We're going to hit Chaos with that little out route we had earlier. And here, I thought I had a step on that slant. The computer-controlled Deion Sanders makes a great drop. You see Chaos. He felt that Deion Sanders should have maybe gone for the interception. So nonetheless, I didn't think it was that scary of a pass, but he does a great job cross-manning me for the rest of this game. And so that really hurt. He knows I like to do quick throws. And right here, guys, I'm going to tell you what happened on this play. Obviously, the pressure came through. There's no doubt about it. The pressure comes through on this play. And you're going to see Chaos. I was kind of confused and a little surprised on why he was guarding my A route. So this is what threw me off. He's guarding A. Now, looking back in hindsight, I should have taken my quick read right here to Y, but you guys know how quickly Apke and these guys can move and cover this. So here's what happens. I know the pressure is coming. I know Chaos is guarding A. And honestly, what I'm hoping for, as most high-level Madden players do on defense, is I was hoping Chaos would see these open routes and he would go to Y. So I panicked, I throw to A, hoping Chaos would click off. He doesn't click off, he stays with A, totally confuses me. McNabb gets hit while he throws, Chaos gets back in position for the pick. He's fired up, and I'm thinking to myself in my head, oh boy, I just gave it up. Like, I was in full control, and right there I was kind of just telling myself, like, man, I can't believe he stayed guarding A. Like, I haven't thrown to A once all season, I don't think, so definitely caught me off guard. Nonetheless, the pressure gets through. Chaos makes a great user pick, and so now he's in great spot. And right there, guys, you're gonna see this is why I use the safeties in 3-3-5. That's why I don't use the linebackers, is because they're just way better at shooting the gap. So you see Chaos, I'm basically telling him, no, Chaos, I know you don't run the ball, and if you try to, it ain't going to happen on me. So pass the ball, do what you do best, Chaos, and I'm hoping for pressure and making a good user lurk. So, that's no problem for Chaos. He likes to pass. That's what he does best. And we have everything totally bagged up right there. He tries to sneak in that little toe drag swag on the sideline and a little bit of an overthrow. So for those of you who don't know, Chaos is using the 89 Michael Vick. He does not meet the mid throwing threshold. And that's why you're going to see a big play right here. I know Chaos was upset, but this is the risk he took. When you put an 89 Vic out there, yes, he can scramble and he'll make the throw the majority of the times. Right here, you're going to see it. B is wide open, and Chaos, he's furious. He's like, geez, I called the perfect call, got deliverance off the route I wanted, and Michael Vick can't throw it. But what I was telling him, if the camera zoomed in on me right there, I was like, hey, that's the 89 Michael Vick. I'm like, that's the risk you take. So I know Chaos was upset, but honestly, that's because of the decision he made at quarterback. He said it in his salary cap YouTube video going over things. He basically said, guys, I'm gonna go with the lower cap Vic, and we're gonna pray he makes the throws for us. So. Right there, you directly see that salary cap strategy coming back to impact Chaos right there. So here we know Chaos was trying to scum kick us, guys. So this is really crucial. This comes back as we see an ad pop up here. That's going to come back to influence Chaos later in the game. So what I started doing was coming out with onside and then audibling to a kick return normal, and that basically puts a wide receiver at that scum kick spot. So right there, you're going to see that influence later. Right there, we take our table route, we get a nice user juke on Chaos's corner right there, and we're chilling with a nice little 15-20 yard gain right there. So right in here, I'm thinking to myself, all right, we held Chaos to three times. Got to get something going on offense is what I'm telling myself in my head. But I'm not going to do anything different. I'm not gonna start coming out and gun bunch or just start slinging the ball. Like, we're still moving it. It's been successful all game long. Chaos got a good user pick on me with some pressure. And that's fine. Pressure's not going to come in every time. So I'm not freaking out. I'm chilling. I'm going to stay in my game right here. And, just going to take what the defense gives us. So, right here, once again, it's just what's throwing me off is Chaos is now starting to go hard flats, or he's manning up my running back, which is my safe throw. You guys aren't really going to see me block the house and send out 3 routes. That's just not my style. I'd rather send 5 people out, because when you're rushing 6 people out of crossfire, someone's going to be open. So, nonetheless, 3rd and 17, we need to make something happen. Here, I was just hoping that this quick wheel route would get open. It doesn't. I scramble, try to playmaker X up the field, but the pressure was coming. Honestly, looking back on it, Chaos clicked onto Lawrence Taylor, I believe that was, and dove, and he actually missed me. So I might have been able to plant my feet and throw that, but nonetheless, I'm not going to force anything. We make the smart decision. We throw the ball away. We're going to punt. Chaos our defense has been great. We have a pick 6 on defense. We've held them to a field goal 3 times. So, I'm still feeling pretty confident. I'm still feeling pretty confident in my defense right now. And And, this is what we have to do. I'm not going to go for it in that situation. So I'm going to make Chaos prove he could put up 7 points on the board. If you supposedly have one of the best offenses in Madden, that's fine. Prove it to me. And so Chaos is basically, he's going to answer that challenge, and he's going to say, yeah, Deliverance, I do have the best offense in the league, and I will go ahead and prove it to you. So he's going to dot me up coming here down the field. He's going to pick up my pressure, and he's going to get some nice reads, and it is what it is. We know with 3-3-5 odds, sometimes it comes in, sometimes it doesn't. Chaos has a really good 3-route combination, which is why he doesn't really care that he's taking a receiver out of the play. So right there, you see B get open. My user got caught looking to the left side of the field, and that's one of the glitchiest routes in Madden. That specific deep cross out of that play-action shot wheel play. This is one I was game planning for. I knew it was Chaos's favorite route. So nonetheless, I know he has that out route. I went to that. He gets that guy wide open, and he's in territory. So right there, he takes his dump down to Fournette. Chaos is a smart player. He'll take his 2 or 3 yards, and he'll live to play another day. That's why I was so happy with that opening pick 6. I knew that's not something Chaos was going to do too much more in the game. So right here, 2nd and 8, we're ticking down, almost going to the 4th quarter here, and so once again, I'm just hoping to get a stop. So now I'm going to mix some things up. I'm going to start manning up my safety. I'm going to start using that cloud flat myself, and you see right there, it's such a glitchy play, man. That play is so good. That deep little like skinny in route post type of thing. Chaos is very, very good at knowing when to throw that route. It's just about unguardable. Like, I feel like even if that was covered, Chaos would find a way to complete that pass. He knows exactly when to stick his routes, like when to hit that button. So right here, he's cooking. I do finally get some pressure. Michael Vick sheds it. And so, unfortunately, I finally get the pressure to come through. Michael Vick with the high break sack rating. Chaos is going to pick up 3 yards instead of losing, probably 3 yards right there. So, once again, guys, this is where Chaos has struggled, though. I've been able to lock up in the red zone pretty much all day today. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, all right, just make a stop, Mike. Just make a stop. Make him kick 3 points, and we'll finally figure out our offense next drive. Like he's not gonna bag us up forever. We're gonna make our read. So. Right here, you see Fournette. My guy was starting to come off his block. It's a little glitchy tackle animation, and Kent was a little upset about that. He's going to go ahead and take this one into the 4th quarter. So, moving ahead, we have a very clutch 3rd and 4 here. And honestly, guys, I knew Chaos. He's not settling for a field goal here. I don't think he was going to settle for a field goal. I knew he was probably going to go for it. So, I try to get pretty aggressive with my play call, and that damn out route that Chaos has with Barry Sanders. He's very smart with salary cap. He knows the type of routes he likes to throw, and that's why he puts a guy like Barry Sanders out there. He needs that speed coming out of the break. So he hits me with it right there, and he goes back to it right here on this play. And I was pretty upset about this. I didn't think that like an 89 power-up Barry Sanders should be making those kind of catches. It was a great read by Chaos. It was a good throw. I didn't think Barry Sanders should be making those type of toe drags at the running back position, and it's not even his full card. So, nonetheless, it is what it is. Madden's Madden, and great read right there. He gets the animation he needed, and so right here, I noticed Leonard Fournette at the fullback spot, and I'm like, all right, here it comes, fullback dive. We're gonna run commit. We're gonna send the house, and there we go. We get the nice little shed. We get the stop right there. So I'm thinking in my head, okay. 3rd down, maybe he's probably going to bust out the toss here, right? He's probably going to hit us with the toss. That's what most people at the goal line do. Hit you with the quarterback sneak, maybe throw in a fullback dive, and then you always got to try the toss because, if you get the edge sealed, then you're going to be walking in the end zone. So right here, Leonard Fournette, too much power at the goal line. Chaos is fired up. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, man, I really let this game get away from me. I'm like, all right, but we're still in this, let's stop his 2-point conversion. Hey, maybe we can milk the clock and get a game winner. So right here, we're going max out coverage. If he wants to run the ball, that's fine. We're just going to pray for sheds down at the goal line. And so he's just going to run his double stick. He's looking for the high ball, and he doesn't get it. So Rondé Barber makes a beautiful play there. That's why we have him in the game. And so this is where we're at. We got 4 minutes left in the game. We were up 14-3. I was in full control of this game, and I let it slip away. Chaos has been getting some nice pressure. He's a very high-level Madden player, so he's adapted to my fairly simple offensive scheme, and so I know I got to open it up a little bit here. I'm still gonna mix in my read option. I want the clock to bleed. He hasn't really shut down my run yet per se. I thought he's not user gap shooting or anything like that. So all I need is one block, and Tevin Coleman's so fast. He could spring free at any time. So nonetheless, I am feeling the pressure here, so I am going to come out. I'm going to start throwing the ball. We take our drag right there, and I know Chaos was a little bit upset about this, but you know what? I was upset about this too, because we're going to go ahead and look at the replay here. Beckham should have caught the ball anyways. Like, I don't know what explanation. I mean, this is a nice, easy throw. Why? You see me holding rack catch right there. I'm holding rack catch, and the ball just flies off my head. And luckily, hey man, Tyreek Hill, I guess that's why we spend the cap, right? So Madden gives me a nice fluky play right there, but nonetheless, that's really not a big deal. And you see me right there. I was telling Chaos, I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, you can't be mad about that. Like, I should have caught the ball anyways. But nonetheless, we get a little bit of fluke right there. Get a nice little first down to start the drive. And right here, I started getting a little upset about this in my head, because I don't know why Lawrence Taylor is all of a sudden, like, he's like literally glitching through my offensive line. Like, he's just squeezing through right there, even with my motion wide receiver. So I was a little upset with the inconsistency in Madden right there. Like, all of a sudden that's going to come through. But hey, man, so we're going to have to throw the ball a little bit here. So you're going to see me, guys. I was hoping to get that playmaker stick on Y. Lawrence Taylor, it just, that's what 3-3-5 odd does. It scares you. It makes you panic. So I probably should have thrown the Y drag quickly. I didn't. I waited too long, and at that point, the pressure was coming in. I tried to playmaker him up the field, and then I tried to throw it away, and it's just, by that time, the pressure was screaming. So here, guys, all I'm doing, I'm going to put a little playmaker hitch. I make a fairly smart move here. I was like, hey, if I don't get any yards, I'll punt the ball. That's fine. If I do get something, let's try to pick up a chunk, make it fourth and manageable. And that's what we did. We got a nice 17-yard gain there on a little playmaker hitch. Chaos was watching that deep sideline route. And so 4th and 8, guys. And now this is huge. This is huge. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got 2:52 left. I'm down a point. And if I miss this, Chaos his offense is making me nervous. I haven't stopped him the last couple drives. He's been moving the ball fairly well. And so I know this is important here. So all I'm gonna do is, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I could take RB in the flats if he goes, cloud flats, or I'm gonna make the read. So I put Y and B on a double slant, and I'm just gonna make Chaos's user. He's got to pick. He's got to pick which one that he's gonna guard, and I'm gonna throw opposite. So right here, I notice he's on Y. Then Lawrence Taylor's going to get his shed. And honestly, guys, what I did here, like I said earlier, most good Madden players, they're going to cover the first read, and then they're going to drop off and go to the second. So I knew Chaos is obviously a great Madden player, so I threw right at his user. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I threw right to Y, and I basically prayed that Chaos was going to pull off the B. And that's exactly what he does. You see him pull off the B. We get a humongous slant right there. And you see Chaos's expression. He's just saying in his head, he's just like, oh, man, like, it was a 50-50 chance. He picked the wrong guy, and I made him pay for it. So now we're in great position here. Now I'm starting to think in my head, if we can chew this clock, we can kick the game-winning field goal, because I don't want Chaos to have a ball back. So once again, I'm just going to go back and show this, for everyone out there that wants to say, like, I was a person getting bailed by EA and all the things like that. And just watch what happens here, okay? So you're going to see Lawrence Taylor. He's just, for whatever reason, he's going to come screaming through. I actually need to rewind it to one more play here. So you're going to see it. You're going to see it coming up. If I can get back to first down here. So you're going to see it right here. He's going to come flying through this gap, okay? So and that's why I motion the receiver. So look at this. Look at this. I don't know what this guard's doing, and he just glitches right through, and my guard's left here standing. So Anyways, that's really why the run I had to start throwing the ball is because, Lawrence Taylor was just, he was coming flying through. It's not like I was getting gap shot or anything like that. Lawrence Taylor was just a freak out there. So 2nd and 13, I got to pass the ball. I try to go for this out route here because, I'm like, hey, this will get me back in field goal range. Nice little safe throw. And Chaos, once again, man, he hits me with the cross, man. He was expecting this route. He does a great job of using it. And he cross-mans these two people. And I don't have anyone open. And he has me in a bag. It is what it is. He started manning up and adjusting, and that's what good Madden players do. So I couldn't take a sack there. I was already out of field goal range, and now I'm way out of field goal range. I'm back at the 50-yard line. 3rd and 19. And so, guys, now I'm going to come out with my dagger play. I haven't run it yet this game. I said to myself, okay, Chaos Ascending Heat, just make a nice little 10-yard throw. We'll take our 3 points, and we'll play defense, okay? So right here, we put the slant, hoping Chaos's user goes to it, and right there, you're going to see Chaos take one extra step too far to the right, and we just throw an absolute dot right to Tyreek Hill. I went with the possession catch. I'm not going to put up with any BS of getting hit and dropping that ball. So nonetheless, we take this. And some people right here should have said, or not, a lot of people were saying, I know Dubby said in his podcast, he would have gone for it here. And I understand that logic. Chaos he's been playing great offense. I haven't really stopped him. So try to go for that and end the game. But guys, listen, man. Here's the deal. Chaos thinks he has the best offense in Madden. Personally, I feel like I have one of the best defenses in Madden. My defense is what got me to the Final Four in clubs last year. So I said, you know what? We're going to punt the ball. We're going to go ahead and take our 3 points, and we're going to lock up. We're going to lock up. Maybe we get a stop. And that's that. I knew I was starting to. I think I was starting to confuse Chaos a little bit. I was starting to man up my safety, and I just thought eventually I would catch him in the correct adjustment and confuse him for that extra split second and get a pick. That's what I was thinking in my head. I felt like I was getting closer to potentially figuring out his offense, and so I was hoping for a stop. So right here on 1st down, in minute 18. Chaos tries to force this ball, and I was a little upset Troy Apke doesn't pick this ball off. That's a triple coverage throw. It was a good throw. I see what Chaos was doing. Chaos is a master of timing his throws, but nonetheless, I was hoping the game was going to let me click on to Troy Apke and intercept that ball right there, and I couldn't. I come in absolutely screaming. Chaos takes his read, gets a 5-yard gain, so we're sitting in a 3rd and 5, guys. This is the guac drive. This is it. This is it. This is the ball game right here. If I can stop Chaos, I'm gonna win the game. I'll be on to the title game. So this is the scenario we're in. 3rd and 5. He's making some hot routes, doing what he has to do. He's gonna bring Diggs in for that extra blocking, and so I knew he was going to his 3-man route. So you see, I started figuring Chaos out. I had Barry Sanders manned up. I had that user covered, and Michael Vick, the same Michael Vick that made Chaos upset earlier for missing a throw, throws an absolute dot in between my 2 defenders. Chaos is in field goal range. He's fired up. The game is over, but Chaos calls a timeout. And guys, and I'm not going to sit here and bash Chaos because he already knows what happened here. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I called the timeout. I didn't even know what was going on in this scenario right now. I didn't. I had no clue. I thought I called the timeout. It didn't hit me until 2nd or 3rd down of what happened. So, maybe Chaos's guys were tired. I don't know if he got overexcited and bumped the button. I really don't know what happened there. Obviously a mental mistake. So now he's thinking to himself, all right, we're going to run the ball. We're going to make Deliverance use his timeouts. If we get a 1st down, we win. If not, I'm only going to get the ball back with, 15, 20 seconds. So, and you'll see it right here, guys. I know Chaos wants to run the ball, and I gave up. I thought I didn't have enough timeouts. And so I'm coming out in 3-3-5 odd against tight slots, which I wouldn't do in this scenario. And I just get a great peel back right there with Tavarius Moore. it honestly saved the game. I thought Leonard Fournette, with that kind of momentum, was just going to fall forward in the first down. We get a nice little shed. And so 3rd and 1. And so right here, guys, I know I got one timeout left. I'm like, okay, like I was feeling down on myself in my head. I said, okay, I'm just happy to be here. Like, damn, Chaos beat me. 3rd and 1, I said, all right, don't think like that. Hey, if I can get this, boom, we blow him up right there. We run commit. We get the user fill. And so here it is. So, Chaos, he knows. He knows he's getting the lead, but he's like, oh, my God, why did I call a timeout? I think everyone was asking, why did he call a timeout? And so he's going to take his 3 points here. I only have 21 seconds. My offense is struggling, so here's the decision that's going to haunt Chaos just about as much as that timeout for a long time. So you see me doing the onside kick. And the reason I said that onside kick, doing that and coming back and return middle was so important earlier in the game is because it made Chaos reconsider his kickoff. I understand what Chaos was thinking here. He was afraid if Odell Beckham gets the ball right here, with his speed, maybe I could return the ball to the 35 or 40-yard line, and then I'm only one pass away from field goal range. So I understand what he was thinking. Now, I still would have never kicked this ball deep. I know how fluky kick returns are in this game, but I will tell you guys something. Kick returns is something I've labbed, and what I've noticed is, you'll see here, if you can get your returner running between the hash marks and the numbers, so you're going to see right here, I don't immediately go back inside. You keep yourself out here. Even if Chaos were to kick the ball to the middle of the hash marks, I would have run the ball out here like this, which makes the computer's defense, it basically pulls them over. And once that happens, you find that crease that I found. And so here we go, guys. On this play, Chaos, I don't think he should have clicked off of his user. You see him click off of his user right here. He probably could have just come and tackled me. So he does click off right there. We're going to beat Moore through the hole. He re-clicks back onto Moore. And from here, Chaos is just starting to panic. He sees the hole, and he's starting to press B on everyone. We fit through. I thought Tyreek Hill was going to get tripped up right there. He doesn't get tripped up. He's able to go. Here comes the dive. We get the hurdle. We start to go. Chaos switches. We instantly swerve because we knew he was going for the dive, and there it is. That's when it sunk in. That's the moment Chaos knew that he has just lost the game. And that's the way we're going to win it, guys. Special teams does matter. You see Chaos is just absolutely sick to his stomach there on that play. And what I'm telling him right there, and I'm like, Chaos, I said, you know better than that. That's what I was shouting. I'm like, you know better than that, bro. I'm like, I respect you, but come on, you're smarter than that. That's exactly what I told him there. I was just as surprised as everyone else. I never thought he would kick the ball off to me. He did. We made him pay with the fastest guy in MUT. And it is what it is. We try to get the 2-point conversion here. B just runs out of the back of the end zone. I thought I had a nice little dot for the 2-point conversion, but nonetheless, we're chilling. 8 seconds left in the game. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen I do this scum kick. It's not really a scum kick compared to the others. It's really just a pooch kick, really. I'm surprised Chaos right there as well. He called the fair catch with Barry Sanders. I thought one of his best shots to score would be, like an 89 or 90 speed Barry Sanders just spinning the kickoff team. But nonetheless, Chaos has a good offense. He's probably thinking to himself right here, all right, let me get half the distance, and then I'll throw the Hail Mary from there. Not sure how he squeezed in that out route right there. I had him manned up. And then so for the next play, Chaos is just going to come out with a little run to Leonard Fournette because I'm in the prevent defense. He knows. He's not very hopeful right now. He pretty much knows what has just happened. And, we're just going to try to keep clicking on to people. We're going to keep strafing. Don't let Fournette juke our defense. And that's it. And that's it, guys. That's going to be the game. You're going to see me right here, GG's to Chaos. And honestly, I would have rather won the game in more of a dominant fashion. I let that game slip away. But, Chaos is a hell of a player. Honestly, he's probably going to make it to the Madden Bowl, which I think is what we're calling the Madden Ultimate League this year. So Chaos, GG's to you, man. It was a pleasure meeting you and playing you in Pittsburgh. And yeah, guys, so we're going to sneak off with this one. We're going to go ahead and play Lawrence in the championship game, and I'll have that video uploaded for you guys here shortly. So I hope you enjoyed my commentary, kind of got in my head a little bit of kind of how I think and kind of how I do things. And yeah, hope you guys like it, and I'll be coming at you with another video here.